No.
Any cooperation or anything he's been working on upstairs or with any other agencies is over if he demands it be lifted.
Okay. I told him that we had talked before and I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, if you're willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with you guys. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I'm on the live feed right now, so we should be circumspect. Emma, does it feel good to be back up here, or you wish you were back out at the jail?
I like being up here.
All right.
Well, maybe we should go out in the hallway first.
All right, go ahead.
Possible to go out in the hallway?
Yes, certainly. All right, we are not on the record. We are on the live stream. We have two cases left. We made a record on Shelby Foreman, who failed to appear. That's file 26255FY, Shelby Cheyenne Foreman. Attorney Rhonda Ives was here. The defendant called her at 10 o'clock last night, said he wasn't sure whether he could be here today. Well, it isn't a birthday party invitation. He failed to appear and issued a bench warrant for his arrest. So he should immediately contact his attorney. There's a 48-hour hold on that bench warrant. Next up is the People versus Bradley Michael Moore. Mr. Moore has been very patient waiting his turn this morning. It's almost 11 o'clock. The file number is 252662FY. Are you Michael Bradley Moore?
Yes, I am, sir.
Here with your lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson.
Yes, sir.
It's my understanding you're about to execute a waiver of preliminary examination, have all the matters bound over to circuit court, and deal with all of your cases all at the same time.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think from my personal perspective, that's probably a good plan. Are you still at the Mill Street address?
Yeah, 465 Mill Street is my address. I have moved into the 201 Portage Ave, the apartment.
What apartment number?
It's an apartment. I think they have it scheduled as 2 for the apartment.
All
There
right.
should be 1 because it's the first one on the first floor.
All right,
But I'm in the mix of moving out of there and back into my grandmother's.
I think that's a good plan. There have been
Yeah,
some
there's
problems with that.
Yeah, there's just too much going on in that apartment building. I'm not
Yes,
trying to.
I agree. All right, so we'll leave that. All right, defendant waives. Record made. That will be, yeah, thanks. This is file 252662FY, People versus Michael Bradley Moore. Mr. Moore has just waived his preliminary examination. We've confirmed his address. The matter is going to be bound over the circuit court and dealt with along with some other matters. Perhaps they can reach a global resolution. Mr. Moore, your bond remains in effect. You can't go into the state of Indiana. You can't use any controlled substances or use or possess any firearms. You're free to go.
The hearing for next week is canceled. Is that what you said your address is going to be?
Yeah, this is my address.
Okay.
Here, I'll write her number down for you too. It's my grandmother's.
Okay. I've got that.
All right. And I was not on the record. I was on the live stream. We made an earlier record regarding Shelby Foreman and the bench warrant in that case. All right, our last remaining case is 2 matters regarding Jack William Brandt Jr. Mr. Gibson has been spending a large portion of his morning communicating with Mr. Brandt in the lockup with the assistance of a American Sign Language interpreter. Before we bring him in, what's our game plan here, Mr. Gibson?
Well, I have been going over the situation with him for quite a while in the back, and it sounds like he's not, he gave one possibility that he would waive, and I checked with the prosecuting attorney and they indicated that they're not willing to do that. So apparently at this point, he he's basically asking for exams, but he hasn't necessarily told me he wants an exams, but he won't, in a sense, he's not willing to sign the waivers.
All right, well, let's bring him in. I've known Mr. Brandt for a long time. He is frustrated. His whole life he's been frustrated because he can't make himself understood. And sometimes he talks quickly, and we've been kind of fumbling by with not sure even what it's called.
ERI?
No, a live caption, closed caption on the computer at his end and on our end. It doesn't always accurately capture exactly what's being said, particularly what's being said by Jack. He himself says his ASL isn't the greatest, but I know you've worked with him before. And have you worked with him before?
No, this is my first time.
All right. While we're waiting, would you go ahead and state your name for the record, please?
Yes, Erica Allen, ERICAALLEN.
And your name?
It's Lindy, LINDY, Brown, BROWNE.
You both please raise your right hand. You both swear or affirm to the best of your ability you interpret these matters using American Sign Language for this defendant and for the court to the best of your ability.
I will.
Yes, I will.
All right. Hi, what have you got for me?
Your Honor, could Mrs. Brandt have a pair of the headphones that?
Oh, certainly. Just grab them right here.
Will they just work if I turn them on?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Michelle was our expert. Laura's good at it too, but basically you just use it like an iPod
Okay,
and you put it on, turn it on, and put the headphones on.
okay, excellent, thank you.
How is that, Mrs. Brandt? Can you hear me? Very good, thank you. That was an upgrade we got when they redid the JAVS, Judicial Audio Video System, and they've really been a great help to us. We use them every week. Good morning, Mr. Brandt.
I might take these off so I can sign.
You mind taking these off so I can sign?
Please, thank you, Your Honor.
Please,
Excuse my manners.
I understand. Yes, I've known Mr. Brandt for a long time, and I think we'll be fine. But he does need the use of his hands.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bank. Amen.
Thank you, Deputy.
Are you Jack William Brandt Jr.?
The second, yes, Your Honor.
The second, Your Honor.
And we've met. I'm Judge Middleton. We've got the assistance of two ASL interpreters to help us today.
First again, the Honor, because I wanted to have a 100% effective communication.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. I want to have 100% effective communication.
You met Lindsey Brown back in the lockup. Also assisting us is Erica Allen. And you have worked with her before. Both interpreters have been sworn in to assist. You and I have been trying to communicate as best we can using the closed caption.
Yeah, that was a little tricky because the closed caption is not always 100% effective because the warrant can be mistyping or whatever. So that's why people have to lie me, typically I really appreciate them. Your honor.
Well, you're exactly correct.
Thank you.
All right, you're here with your lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson. You have 2 felony cases. The first one is file 26152FY. That alleges 2 counts of resisting and obstructing a police officer. Those are felonies, punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment. And a fine of up to $2,000. And you're alleged to be a 4th habitual offender, which would make those punishable by up to 15 years imprisonment. In that case, you are also charged with domestic assault 2nd degree, 2nd offense, which is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. You were released on bond in that case, and you got arrested on a new case, which is 26224FY. In that case, it is alleged that you made an indecent exposure of your person and that is that's the charge. It's not proven at this point.
Okay.
That is a high court misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment, as also a 4th habitual offender. Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert is here on behalf of the people. He has been discussing this case with your lawyer, Mr. Gibson. If I understand the plea offer correctly, the prosecutor has agreed to dismiss the 2 counts of resisting and obstructing a police officer and the count of domestic violence 2nd offense. If you plead to domestic violence 1st offense, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. And if I understand it, that plea would be taken in circuit court. The other charge is more problematic. The prosecutor has offered to dismiss the habitual offender portion of the indecent exposure charge if you plead to aggravated indecent exposure in circuit court. In order for that to happen, these matters would have to be bound over to the circuit court. That means the case is transferred to the circuit court for their jurisdiction. This court only has jurisdiction over matters that are punishable by a year in jail or less. And that is a 2-year misdemeanor. In order for the matter to be bound over, we either have to have a preliminary examination where testimony would be taken under oath to establish probable cause that you committed these offenses. If you waive the preliminary examination in these matters, the entire set of cases would be bound over to circuit court for potential entry of these pleas. But you don't have to plead to anything because you're presumed to be innocent. If you wish to have a preliminary examination in these matters, that could be set for probably next Tuesday afternoon. So the question here this morning, Mr. Brandt, is do you wish to waive these preliminary examinations and have the matter bound over to circuit court? Or do you wish to have testimony presented regarding these offenses in a preliminary examination hearing?
Well, let me discuss with my lawyer real quick.
I'm gonna discuss it with
Just
my.
want to read.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say that.
Can I add something as they're discussing?
Just a moment. Just
What-
a minute. Just a minute. Mr. O'Bear wanted to add one more thing.
Mr. Gibson raised some concerns regarding the effect of the indecent exposure conviction for his client. If he waives this case to circuit court, it leaves the option to further negotiate on these files open. And if he were to get out on bond and show us that he can not get in further trouble, that could have an effect on the plea offer. But if he has a preliminary exam, in particular on that file, there would be no further negotiations on that case.
Mr. Brandt, that's pretty common. If you waive these preliminary examinations, it would leave open the opportunity to continue to negotiate the case to try to resolve it. But if you have a preliminary examination and you are bound over, the prosecutor would revoke any plea offer. In fact, that's how I used to do it when I was prosecutor many years ago. So if you wish to discuss waiving these with your lawyer further, we can either have you go back into lockup or you can try to discuss it right here.
Your Honor, you indicated that on the first case, he's posted bond. Is that bond still in effect or has that been canceled?
It has not been canceled.
And then what is his bond in this new case, the second case?
$5,000 cash or surety.
Okay.
Laura, could you print me 2 bindovers in both of Mr. Brandt's cases? I didn't have the presence of mind to do that.
Mr. Brandt is indicating that he's willing to waive. I have the waiver forms here.
All right, let me go through these with Mr. Brandt. Mr. Brandt, you and I had a discussion the last time we talked. I have known you for a long time. And you said people all your life think that you're dumb. And I told you that I did not think that. The fact that it's difficult for you to communicate doesn't mean you aren't intelligent. You have always been appropriate and respectful to me in my court. And I don't think that you're dumb. I think you know how to make decisions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sometimes you make some bad decisions. But my understanding is your decision at this point is to waive the preliminary examination in both of these cases. Is that correct?
Yes, for the indecent exposure and for the R&O.
Yes. Let me read that language to you. Mr. Gibson has got both waivers and he'll have you sign them. It says, I, Jack William Brandt II, understand I have a right to employ an attorney. I may request a court-appointed attorney if I'm financially unable to employ one. And here's the important language. I voluntarily waive my right to a preliminary examination and understand that it will be bound over to the circuit court on the charges in the complaint and warrant. In each case, is that what you wish to do? All right, go ahead and sign those two bindovers. Emmett, would you take those over to Mr. O'Bear? In addition, Jack, the prosecutor has agreed not to pursue the bond violation for you getting arrested on the second charge while you're on bond on the first charge. So if you could post the bond in the second case, get out, stay out of trouble, it would help your cause.
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
Peace. I'm not peace at all.
And I'm not saying peace
So
out.
I'm sorry, so I actually got it off. I've always been a peaceful man. I mean, shoot, I have
I've always been a peaceful
too
man, Your
much
Honor.
frustration,
It's just
hardship in my
frustrations and
hometown.
hardships
Because
in my hometown. Because
I had a lot of good friends, but they all left and leave me, shunning me, abandoning me because I'm deaf. But I'm just really sick and tired of being horrible all the time. Because I noticed it. My sign skill is dwindling because I don't have any different community to socialize with. That's why after, I'm a good, heartful person. I learned that from my grandfather, Jack William Brandt Sr. He's the one who taught me how to hunt, clean, fish, everything. Taught me how to be a world-class gentleman. And I want to get out of here for my mental health sake. On February 10th, 2026, I know I broke my bond, but I was.
All right, don't say any more about it.
Sorry, my bad.
All right, you're free to go. This matter's completed.
Alright, thank you, Your Honor.
And, hopefully you can post your bond and Judge Stutzman will handle the case from here out. Good luck to you, sir.
And I'll promise to stay out of trouble.
And I promise to stay out of trouble.
That would make me happy.
Yeah, have a nice day. Yeah, have a nice day in your heart. It's good to see you again. I'm sorry, I know I keep making a lot of time not to be here, but
We'll be all right. You're good to go.
yeah. And yours. Oh, shoot, my bad.
All right, Mr. O'Bear, I'll
Yeah.
get those bindovers from you
Yes.
and, all right, that completes our docket for this morning. Thank you all for your patience.